Today's stories come from a Chinese relationship live stream where people call in for advice about their love lives. The first story is about a dating situation that starts with a $15 gift and somehow escalated to a $1,100 gold bracelet. A 29-year-old woman met a 28-year-old man through a dating app. Both had decent jobs. She earned a little over $28,000 per year, and he made somewhere between $42,000 and $56,000. After talking for about 2 weeks, they had already gone 6 days. Everything seemed to be going well. Then, on their first date, the man gave her a small ceramic doll as a gift. She later looked it up online. Yeah, I'd probably do that too. It cost less than $50. Wow. And that's when things started going down here. She felt the gift was too cheap and showed a lack of sincerity. The man explained that he simply thought it looked cute and bought it for her. Trying to make up for it, he took her to an expensive dinner, bought her flowers, and even asked what gift she would actually like. He suggested buying her a DJI Pocket 3 camera or a bottle of perfume. Wait, I actually wanted the DJI Pocket 3. But she wasn't interested. Instead, she said she'd rather have an iPad or a gold bracelet. The man agreed to take her shopping. At the jewelry store, she picked out a bracelet she liked. There was only one problem. It cost about $1,100. When they heard the price, both of them suddenly became very quiet. She noticed him checking his phone and looking uncomfortable. He noticed she was waiting for his reaction. Neither wanted to be the first person to say no. Then things got awkward. Yeah, especially for introverts, it feels really awkward. When she asked what he thought, he jokingly suggested deciding with a game of rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors, that feels so childish in that moment. For her, that instantly killed the mood. She felt he wasn't being serious. He probably felt he was being put in an impossible situation. Soon afterwards, they left the store without buying anything, and on the drive home, the atmosphere was completely different. The girl's current situation is that the guy texts her after getting home, and she's not sure whether she should respond. The live stream host strongly sided with the man. Her argument was simple. They are not in a relationship yet. He's not a millionaire. He's just a regular employee trying to date. So why should he spend $1,000 to prove himself? A funny comment in the comments said, "What did she give him?" Someone replied, "She gave him the opportunity to buy a gift." That's funny. Another comment said, "If my son bought a $1,100 bracelet for a girl in this situation, I would cut ties with him." Personally, I think this reveals something interesting about modern dating in China. Sometimes people aren't really arguing about gifts. They're arguing about what the gifts represent: effort, commitment, respect. And the problem is that everyone measures those things differently. So what do you think? If you had only known someone for 2 weeks, would a $101,000 bracelet be a reasonable gift? Or would that be a giant red flag? The second story is about a 24-year-old woman who's unsure whether she wants to be a stepmom to her boyfriend, who is 7 years older than her. She works at a top hospital in China. She's thinking about quitting her job this year to study for a master's degree. She comes from a complicated family. Her parents are divorced, and she grew up with siblings. Her family is not very close. They have some money, but she can only really get about $114,000 of support. Her boyfriend works in a state-owned company. He used to earn about $42,000 a year from his job, plus another $84,000 from side work. But he has been married before for a short time. He also has a younger sister and a 5-year-old daughter. The daughter lives far away with his ex-wife. He only sees her sometimes on video calls. They have been together for 2 years, but they argue a lot. Their personalities are different. He's avoidant and shuts down. She's anxious and needs more attention and care. At the beginning, she was in a low emotional state. She often tried to understand him, comfort him, and make the relationship work. But things changed later. He had money problems, and his income went down a lot. He ran out of savings and even had to borrow some money from her. This changed their relationship. She started to feel stressed and unsure. She couldn't stay as patient as before. At the same time, she knows he spent around $28,000 on her during the relationship, including buying her a BMW 3 Series. Wow. So she feels confused. He gave her a lot before, but now he also needs help from her. She also thinks the daughter lives far away, so maybe she will not really have to be a stepmom in daily life, but she still can't decide what to do. On a live stream, the host reacted strongly. You are only 24, you have a big future. Do you really want to be a stepmom? You are in a relationship with a man who is now struggling with money, and you are planning to quit your job. Who will support you? The host said this may come from emotional need from childhood. She may be looking for comfort and protection in an old man, but ignoring real problems. The host didn't tell her to break up right away. Instead, the host said she should stay in the relationship for now and watch how things develop. Take it step by step. The host believed that most likely, the relationship wouldn't last in the long run anyway. To be honest, she's only 24, she's too young. And maybe this sounds funny, but I'm 30 and I still don't feel very mature sometimes. So I don't think she needs to have all answers right now. If the relationship is still making her happy, then there's no reason to rush a breakup. But if she keeps feeling stressed, unhappy, and confused, then maybe that's a sign that the relationship isn't right for her. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just give yourself more time and see how things unfold. What do you think? Would you stay in this relationship or you just walk away? Let me know in the comments. So that's it for today's stories. Thanks for watching and see you next video.